And joining us right now, the man behind the push for the review of our self-defence laws. He joins us now, David LIMBRICK, Libertarian Party MP. Hey, David, thanks for joining us on a Sunday morning. If someone comes into our home and you know they're a threat, what should we be able to do? Good morning to you.
We should be able to defend our homes. People should be able to defend their homes without worrying about whether they're breaking the law. Now, if at the moment someone comes into your home in the dead of night and you pick up a baseball bat and you hit a home run with their head, later on they might say, well, this guy wasn't armed and stuff, and you might be in trouble. And there's been cases like that have happened in Queensland, and people can get charged. And I think that we should look at what they've done in the UK, where you've got this castle law where, if the balance is set in favour of the homeowner in these sort of situations. And I've met people that have faced these home invasions. I went out in my electorate last week and spoke to a guy, Aaron, who's had some people come into his home, and he had a baseball bat, but he didn't get them because they ran away. But, I said to him, if you had have actually hit them with that, I don't know, would you have gotten into trouble? I think that we need to review the laws here.
Is it like a castle based on home is the castle?
Yes. Yeah, it's basically if someone enters your home and you want to defend your family, the law should be balanced in the way that favours the homeowner rather than, lend doubt that might end up with some sort of criminal charge.
How long before somebody whacks somebody over the head with a baseball bat? Let's say these rules get in, and the very first month they go pop, and some kid who's tried to steal your stuff and do damage to your house dies. How long before the other mob starts jumping up and down?
Look, I don't think that people go and read the laws at the moment when someone's in their house in the middle of the night. I don't think people are really thinking about the laws here. I think that they instinctively defend their own house. What I'm concerned about is the consequences of doing that. I don't want homeowners getting into trouble, and I'd prefer to have criminals scared to go into people's houses.
Me too.
Yeah. What are the steps, David, to changing this?
Yeah, so what I'm asking for on Wednesday this week is asking the Attorney-General to get the Victorian Law Reform Commission to conduct a review. These laws in Victoria haven't been reviewed since about 2013. And I think it should be reviewed and allow public submissions. And we've also asked them to look at what they've done in the UK. I think this is very, very reasonable and common sense thing to ask for, especially considering the increase in number of home invasions. I want to look out for the rights of Victorians to defend themselves against thugs.
Who will push back at Spring Street?
I don't know yet. I've circulated it to everyone. The government hasn't pushed back. I don't know whether they're going to or not, but I'd like to see, I've tried to do it in such a way that it'll be acceptable to the government, and I'm hoping that they'll support it. I think it's a common sense thing that most Victorians would agree with.
And it's also, you're not saying change it tomorrow, change it the next week. You are allowing them to kick the can down the road a little bit by saying send it off to the Law Reform Commission and get them to have a look at it.
Yeah, well, we want to, there's always consequences with doing this sort of thing, and I think that's the appropriate way to do it, is to get them to look at the laws, compare it with other places in the world, and make a change. I think that this is a very sensible thing to do.
Have you heard what I've heard, that if there is a point of exit in your place and you're threatened, you should be using that exit out the back, say, to get away from them rather than taking them head on? And you've only got a defence if you are trapped in your place and there's no way of escape?
Well, I that may be the case, but I think that's wrong. It's your house, and the criminals should be running from it, not the homeowner.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, well, I reckon you'll find a lot of people, I'm just thinking of my house at the moment, there's no back way out if they get into my room.
Good.
With my wife and I, it's
game on.
Kill or be killed.
David, do you reckon would-be home invaders would actually stop and think twice about this then?
I'd like to think so. Yeah. If they know that homeowners are more inclined to defend themselves, then maybe they'll think twice before going into people's houses. I'd like to hope that that's the case.